What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Like always, like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, hit the notification bell. Today, let's talk about my June TBR. Another ambitious TBR. Three of the books that are at the bottom, I don't know if I'll be able to get to them, and two of the ebooks, I don't know if I'll be able to get to them. One of the ebooks, the author is currently trying to, he redid all his covers and is trying to get some paperbacks made for him. I'll probably buy the whole collection. I've just become completely obsessed with military thrillers. And speaking of military thrillers, the first, I would think the second or third day of June, I'll likely be done with this big chunky dude. 1,358 pages, I believe it is. And I'm about halfway through. I'm a little over halfway through. I've been indulging in other hobbies, playing video games. I've been writing a lot. I've been writing a lot on my, let's see. Well, I'll go over that. I'm going to do a writing vlog the first week of the month. So I'll go over. I've been working on my military thriller. I've kind of abandoned my horror novel, HORROR, for my military thriller, In the Teeth of Lions. I don't know. I'm loving thrillers and military thrillers and stuff like that. It's just been a fantastic time for me, and I want to keep reading that stuff. So that'll be the first book that I finish in June. As of today is May 31st. I'm currently working through it. Should get about 200 or so pages in today before I do other stuff, and then we will get to Fault Lines, which I'll also go over. This author, Stephen Hildreth Jr. I will go over him in my writing vlog because he has been a tremendous help. A new friend I made on Facebook, and he's just been an absolute, I can't even express how much help he's given me working on my novel, In the Teeth of Lions. He's ex-military, Iraq war veteran, firearms enthusiast, and he's written quite a few things, and the book sounds great. So this will be I'm knocking his book off first in June because he's been so great to me, and I wanted to read what he was writing. He's just a marvelous source of information, so I want to read his work for sure. I'm gonna need space here. And then next up is another friend I've made on Facebook. I bought this book on impulse because the cover, and then I reached out to him. I was like, hey man, your cover was whatever, I guess I gooned at it a little bit, and I was like, you know what though? It gives me those 90s vibes. Bad action movie. Not saying this book's going to be bad by any means. It reads well, and I've kind of sneak peeked a little bit of the inside. My only complaint, and it'll be in the review, is the size of the book. You know what I mean? This format, shrink it down to mass market. It'd be much better. That's just my preference. And then we got to get into Book Trek for sure in June. And that is, we're going to start off with one of my favorite authors, S.D. Perry. She's co-writing this one with Brita Dennison. I am super excited for this book. I've been missing some original series. After Book Trek, I'm going to go on an original series binge, for sure, for the rest of the year probably. And then another friend I've made, and this author, as you'll see in my May haul, he kindly sent me the first 3 books in one of his series. I really enjoy the cover here with the guitar on the back of the dude, Metal Spies. I haven't read the synopsis on the back or anything. I just know that I want to, that I can't wait to get into it. It seems like a fun time, and, be looking for the review. It'll be there. And then my wife and I are together booked this month. We are going to start squeezing out 1 or 2 of these a month, getting through the Splinter Cell series. This is by David Michaels. There's 8 or 9 of them. So we may finish it before the end of the year. Maybe not. There's other things we want to read together. But for June, this is our together book. And I am just absolutely ecstatic to get to it. I've been playing the game. When I was a kid, I played Splinter Cell on PS1, and I was pretty good at it. But now I'm playing it on my 3DS, and I'm atrocious. I cannot play video games like I used to. I need easy little kiddie video games, because the adult ones I'm just not good at. And then I'm finally getting into some BattleTech. I am just extremely excited to get into BattleTech, and I'm going to start with one of my favorite authors, Michael Stackpole, with his Kerensky trilogy, and I'm just, I'm super duper, ready to get into that. I'm going to open up something on my wife's Kindle, if I can. Okay, because there's 2 books on that. Our ebook that I'm going to show at the end of the video. And then we got to read some Star Wars. I have the Jedi Academy trilogy. I'll definitely be for sure getting to the first 2 in the trilogy. If I don't get to all 3, the third one will bump to the end to the beginning of July, but I'm sure I'm going to get through all three. I've heard great things about this trilogy, and I'm super, super excited to get to it. Then back to Star Trek, we have Voyager. I'm really excited. This is part of the Litverse. I'm really, Christy Golden is a phenomenal author, working her way up to be top for me, so excited to get to that. And then we have book 2 of the Jedi Academy trilogy. I just love these covers, them old covers. I've heard a lot of great things about Kevin J. Anderson, so I'm sure the trilogy is going to be amazing. And then we have a nonfiction read, which I'm probably going to do a couple of these for the rest of the year to help me with my writing. I'll probably do a short review on it, a 5-minute video or something. The book's not as long as it is thickness. About a good 200 or so pages is notes at the end for references and stuff. But this is a Relentless Strike. It's the secret history of Joint Special Operations Command, JSOC. And this is going to help me a lot with trying to be as accurate as I possibly can and what I'm capable of writing as an author. But I think referencing this throughout my book series for my military thrillers will be, it must be done. I have to do it. So, pretty excited for that. And then, for sure, I should get to book 3 of the Jedi Academy trilogy. I'm almost certain I will. And then I don't know if I'll get to them, but I definitely am going to try to read all this. I've been doing other hobbies with gaming, and I'm writing a lot more than I was, previously. But we will continue on Book Trek. I switched out Imzadi for this because my wife and I listened to the audiobook. It was phenomenal, but it was, what do you say? It was abridged, so I wanted to read the novel. So I switched it out, I know Imzadi's a great book too, but this is also Peter David, so I didn't feel bad about the switch. Continuing on the Honorverse with the Queen, Honor of the Queen. I hope I get to this. I will read Counterattack first if I have time, because I've been skipping on WB, but Counterattack would be next. And then if for some reason I have any time, I'm probably going to spin a wheel, and I'm either going to read... I touched it, hang on. Let me try to go back here. Well, my wife's not here to help me. Okay, going back to the library here. We have Weapons Grade by Ross Sedor. The Stephen Hilbreth, the one I was telling you about, helping me. He redid all these covers for him. And then we have Battletech Silent Asset. I want to get to both of them if I possibly can. And Silent Assets, I may end up just picking up the paperback and waiting till July to read it. But like I said, Ross Sedor's, those books that he has don't have paperback versions yet. So I'm going to read the ebooks. The ebooks kind of bother me. I'm not a huge fan of them. I did try audiobooks. Like I said, we listened to the New Frontier book for Star Trek, and it was great. I listened to a Battletech audiobook, most of it, and it was phenomenal. But I just don't retain it. It's not the same. It's not reading. You know what I mean? It's not looking at processing the words from the page to your brain. It's just not the same. And then if I have any time at all, I want to get back into some mangas, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is it. I definitely want to read the whole Yu-Gi-Oh! Series manga-wise, and, I hope I could squeeze it in June. My July TBR is a lot smaller because I'm trying to, read everything on my TBRs instead of having stuff like if I finish, you know what I mean? But that's it for my June TBR. I'm excited. Every book on my list I am just over the moon excited for, even the nonfiction ones. So I hope I can get to all of them. I think there's 16 on my TBR, but maybe 17. Which, if I go hardcore like I was in November and December of 2025, I'll smoke through all these with time to spare, but we'll see. And the fact that I'm getting the Beast out of the way first should present me with a little more time to read a lot more. So I'm probably going to spend about 2 weekends in June just really reading and just enjoy it, you know what I mean? We've been watching our shows a lot, and like I said, we've been gaming more. We're playing Dragon Quest together. I'm fiddling with Tom Clancy on 3DS and Basketball Classics on the Switch. I'm about to pick it up. We just got a Game Boy Advance. I'm probably going to fiddle with that here and there, every week. And then we got my daughter and my wife. They wanted a Nintendo Wii, and we got Skylanders and stuff for the Wii and 3DS. And, I'm excited for all that. But that's the TBR today, guys. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Later.